Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5:30 Pacific time. We are underway with the GlobalOne webinar call. Today's call, Tuesday, September 4th, the year 2002. Tonight's topic we'll be discussing and sharing with you about many of the products that we will be offering our members here. So, a couple things before we do begin. I do want to share with each of you a couple of housekeeping little tidbits here. First of all, if you send in a support ticket and you do not get a reply, it may not be a support issue. It may be that your email service is not delivering your emails to you. If you would, take a minute to check your spam folder before sending in a duplicate or triplicate ticket on the same issue. Better yet, why not create another email account with Gmail? It's free. There does not seem to be any problems with people getting responses to those Gmail addresses. So, also, they are testing the system, and that is why so many people are getting emails on pending $10 TIN membership and reoccurring payment emails. You know, this is at the bottom of each email. It'll say, please do not reply to this email. Okay? So, folks, that's all we have for housekeeping. We're well underway. We're very close. And without further ado, Kathy, I know you're out there on the line. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, and all those in the U.S. that brought in the Labor Day extended weekend. But it's back to work we go, and back to work, and back to getting trained and more information and more knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Kathy.
Hey, JP, thanks for that introduction. And as always, I just want to check to see if I'm online. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, yes.
Okay, well, we're good to go. And, boy, did we have a long weekend here in the United States. I'm not sure where everybody is on this phone, but I just want to welcome you no matter where you are in the world. We definitely kicked back. We relaxed. But I got to tell you, this day is kind of our Monday, isn't it? It's a Tuesday call after the long weekend. And so when a business is moving as fast as this is and it's ramping up to be as huge as it is, this kind of marks our Monday. So welcome, everybody, and let me just share with you what I'm going to do on the call. One thing, I have to kind of retract something that I said on an earlier call that's going to be great news to everybody listening, including myself. And then we're going to touch on something that everybody's been wondering. And then I'll kind of give you the bird's eye view of what we reviewed last week. And then we're going to get on to our full-blown showcase of what I believe, what you're going to hear from me, every time I have the opportunity to showcase a product, you're probably going to hear me say this is one of the hottest products I've ever seen, because each one of the products so far that we've talked about, I truly love. I mean, I love selling money, and that's what we talked about last week. And so I am going to showcase products that I believe at the end of the call you're going to be excited and you'll be in full anticipation when we actually roll out exactly what's going to be rolled out around these particular products. So based on that, let me tell you where I kind of messed up. When I first featured the comp plan, as you guys know, I'm in my learning curve too, trying to figure out what's Infinity, Global Bonus, what a star leader is all about. And I said something just a little bit out of turn that even I had to check out, because when I said it, I thought, wow, who would want to do that? Well, I said, to stay qualified, that a platinum would have to sponsor a new platinum member every single month. Well, in theory, guys, that might be kind of easy, one person a month, but I went back to the owners and I said, is that right? Because that means I have to work and there's no way I can retire. Those of us on the phone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We build and we build. We start and we do a 90-day blitz and we don't sleep. We don't eat. We're just on calls. We're doing webinars. We're doing three-way calls, and we press and we push to get the base. And then we work hard for another 3 to 6 to 9 months, however long it takes the leaders that are on this phone that know what I'm talking about, to get to 5 to 10 to 20 to 30 to 40,000 a month, where you can kind of sit back and say, gosh, I think I'll go on a cruise now. Who wants to fall out of qualifications when you go on the cruise? So let me say this. The company is currently dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, because there is one thing that we do know. In order to get paid in a sales position or in a network marketing business, some action does have to occur. And so they're working on developing one of the best businesses I've ever seen, by far the hottest compensation plan I've ever seen, with some of the coolest products that we could roll out worldwide that we've ever seen, as well as some of the easiest qualifications to stay qualified in the industry. And so come launch, nobody's going to be disappointed, but sit back, relax. You definitely don't have to sponsor one person a month to keep your paycheck. Now, let me also touch on a product that we all had anticipated and we heard about in the month of June and July, something near and dear to my heart. It's called, Where Has the Penny Auction Gone? Well, guys, you are aware, no matter where you are in the world, everybody has a computer that is on this call, and so you all know that something dramatically happened here in the United States that really caused a hiccup. And so the penny auction, by far, guys, is still on the plate. It's just on the back burner right now, because what the owners are doing is actually pulled in a very sophisticated legal team around this particular product to make sure that when we roll it out, that we're in full compliance with all the laws in the United States, that no attorney general will take issue with us, that if we have a presence in France, Italy, Russia, wherever you are on the phone, that we are adhering with all of the laws of your country, with your city. And so we pulled in a team of attorneys, because by far, guys, that has not been kicked off the planet. It's just kind of on the back burner right now. So that's the update. So let's get on to products. Last week what we did is we reviewed WealthWise. I gave you a full review of what the product was going to be without, a lot of the specific information, and you can actually listen to that. It's in your back office. But let me just sum that up by saying, when you guys wrap your brain around that particular product, you're going to wrap your brain around this. You get to sell money. In other words, if that product does not put extra money into your bank account, why would you want it? And if that product does put extra money into your bank account, whether you're making money in GlobalOne or not, then it's a failure of a product. And I'll tell you what, I've seen that product, I've used strategies, and this is one thing that I can tell you that I'm sure of. If you pay attention, on average, it can add $200, $300, $400 a month to your monthly income. It's not about investing when you first start out. It's not about having a brokerage account like you heard me talk about last week. If you have a job and you're earning money, how would you like that money to go 2 times further, 3 times further, 4 times further? That's a good thing for no matter who we are, no matter where we live. So that's the review of last week's showcase. That's the main product that's going to come with the membership. And like I said last week, I'm very grateful it's that product that comes with the membership. Whether you're $10, $25, $50, $75, or $100, at least if you earn money and you pay attention, you're going to get to keep more of it. But guys, that's not going to be the only product that you have, and nobody's going to force you into using that product. That's just a product that the owners have selected because they have your back. Remember what we agreed to last week. It doesn't matter how much money we make. It matters how much we keep. So the owners have done their due diligence and have been working around the clock to bring this product to their members as the core product. But now let's move on for the purpose of tonight's call because we're going to showcase one of the coolest product lines that I've ever seen, and I've had an opportunity to really do my due diligence, to do investigation, and actually to test these products out. I directly know the manufacturer of these products, and I got to tell you guys, you'll want to take some notes, but more importantly, just sit back and take it in. How many of you know somebody that has a car? Think about that. How many of you, if you drove into a Walmart parking lot or you got on a freeway in the United States or in Paris or in Japan, would say there's a whole lot of cars everywhere I look? Okay, now set that aside. How many of you, if your car didn't start today, that would throw kind of a wrench into your day? For most of us, unless we live in Manhattan in the United States, we would say it would throw a big wrench into our day. Because, guys, it's not about the car. It's about what the car does. For us, the car is generally the second largest investment that any consumer makes. Sometimes, guys, people can't afford to buy a home and they can't afford to invest their money otherwise. Sometimes it's the largest investment that they ever make. But certainly, depending upon where they live, if they're not in Manhattan, it's a needed investment because it's that car that actually gets them to work. It pays their mortgage. It gets the kids to school. It gets food in the refrigerator because it goes to the grocery store. You get what I mean? It's a necessary item. And so then you look at the value of a car. Everybody knows, and you've probably lived through the horror story, that the minute you drive that car off the lot, it begins to depreciate in value. But at the same time, if you want to trade your car in or you want to sell your car to get a different car, it is all dependent on what the current value of your car is. So what could be the most important thing that you could do if that's your second largest investment? The most important thing you could probably do is protect it as much as you possibly could. Because everybody knows that when you're trying to sell your car and you take that picture, the outside paint is pretty darn important. You know, and then if you get somebody to come to look at your car or you're looking at a car on a car lot and you open up that door, what's the next thing you look at? You're not looking at the engine, the transmission. You're looking to see if the seats are ripped, if they're spotted, if the carpet's good. I mean, if the dashboard's cracked. I mean, because let's face it, it's got to pass that sniff test before we even take it for a test drive, because most of us don't like to buy old junker cars that are all scratched, that are all wrecked, and the upholstery's all ripped and the carpet's all stained. So if you have nanotechnology products that actually protect the paint, protect the upholstery, protect the leather, protect the carpet, I would say, and I would vote, those are probably pretty hot products. However, if you sat them on a shelf, how many people would go buy them? What if the products are actually supported with one of the coolest rock star videos I have ever seen? The company is in the process of producing a video. It'll probably be 90 seconds. It won't be any longer than, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes, 3 minutes max, probably right around 90 seconds to 2 minutes, where you're going to have a demo on how these products work.